So if you'll notice it, this is Bangalore Sahodaya schools complex. So now here if you'll see free board examination term 2, you might be already seen this question paper also. So now coming to the section A, so now I will teach you that how to write the answers also if you'll see. So they are saying, first question you can read. Let me see who will answer. Carbon always forms covalent bond. Comment on this statement. So now as we know, carbon forms always covalent bond only. So let me say who will say that answer. I already taught you that while I'm teaching itself, I taught you. So why the carbon will forms always covalent bond? So first of all, we know the reason. What is the valency of carbon? What is the valency of carbon, guys?
4, sir.
Yeah, 4. Very good, Aishwarya. So carbon valency is 4. So but carbon is C. It is neither positive or what it is, neither negative valency. Why? So neither positive means what? It needs to lose the 4 electrons, and neither negative means it needs to gain the 4 electrons. Yes or no, guys? So if it will gains the 4 electrons, you know that it is very difficult for molecules having 6 protons to hold 10 electrons in its valence cell. So it cannot be possible. So if you see, nobody is ready to donate 4 electrons for even carbon. A single atom or single element cannot donate the 4 electrons to the carbon. Now same way, C minus 4. Suppose if you notice it, so if you take the carbon, what is the electronic configuration of carbon? Can anyone tell me? Electronic configuration of carbon 2, 4. Yes or no? So K and L. So if you notice it, the valence electrons are 4. Now losing or removing these 4 electrons also is very difficult. Why it is, tell me? Because large amount of energy is needed to remove 4 electrons, and that is why, because it is the size is very small, it's like a closely packed understanding. So a huge amount of energy is needed to remove the electrons, because from the nucleus the electrons are very uh, tightly they are attracted, and they are very strongly they are bounded or attracted by the nucleus. So that is the reason, as we know, carbon always forms covalent bond, because it cannot neither gain the 4 electrons or nor lose the 4 electrons, because it is a tetravalency. So that is the reason always it will forms the covalent bond. Is it yes or no? So like that you have to write clearly. So it cannot lose 4 electrons and turns into C4 plus, because it is very difficult to it is very difficult to lose the 4 electrons, because it needs a huge amount of energy to remove the electrons. Because what is happening? So it would require a large amount of energy to remove 4 electrons, because carbon cation with 6 protons in its nucleus holding just 2 electrons, it is very difficult. So that is why it is not possible. So, and also gaining also, no element can donate 4 electrons, because maximum they can donate 3 electrons, 1, 2, 3 only. No element can donate 4 electrons. So that is why it cannot form even C4 minus also. So that is the reason carbon always forms covalent bond. So why always will form covalent bond? Because its valency is 4. So it can neither lose or nor gain the electrons. Only it can share the electrons. So that is the reason it is always will forms covalent bond. So that is like that you have to write a point wise, then only you will get the full mark. So one is positive. So C plus 4. C plus 4 means it cannot form cations also. C minus 4 means what? It cannot form anions also. So either cations or anions it cannot form. So that is the reason it is always will share the electrons. So the sharing electrons we used to call it as what? Covalent bond. So like that you have to write it. Next, why does a covalent compound have low boiling point and melting point? Anybody? Please.
Because of absence of ions, sir.
Yes.
Absence of ions.
Absence
Because
of
of absence.
ions, not. So as I told you, when the bond will form very strong, anybody? Others? When the bond will be very strong, either lost the electrons or gain the electrons. Why does the covalent compound have low boiling point and melting point? Because the intermolecular forces between them is lesser. Because if you'll see, if it is any compound is having high melting point and boiling point, only by either it is formed by loss and gain of electrons. Do you understand? But here if you take covalent compound, it will form only by what? Sharing of electrons. Yes or no? So sharing of electrons. So that is the reason the intermolecular forces is not enough stronger. They are weaker or they are between them are lesser. So that is the reason they are having low boiling point and melting point. That is what you have to remember. They have been seen. They are having what? The molecules, but intermolecular forces between them are very lesser because of their forming by sharing of electrons. So that is why they are having a low melting points and boiling point. When the boiling MP and BP are higher, only the compounds formed by share donating or receiving the electrons, and it is sharing, they will be forming less intermolecular force of attraction, so that we can easily remove the we can easily separate it also. So that is the reason they are having low melting point and boiling point. So that is what you have to write it. Next, first question. Have you understand everybody? First question. Now, first question, if you understand, second question. In the following table, 6 elements are there. One is A, B, C, D, E, and F. Here, letters are not usual symbols of the elements. That's fine. Of the modern periodic table, with atomic number 3 to 18 are given. 3 to 18 they are saying, guys. So now observe very carefully. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They are giving A, B, C, D, E, F. So you might be know this is called as groups, and this is called as rows, we can say. Yes or no? Periods, we can say. So now the first question, you can notice it, guys, everybody. So now 11, you might be see here A, B, next C, next D, E, and F. So they have given 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 they have been given. So the table with atomic numbers 3 to 18 they have been given, guys. So now what is the first question they are asking? You can see, sir, this question they ask in exam, sir. Okay, Karthikeyan. Next, you can notice it. So now which of this is a noble gas they are asking? Can anybody? Which of this is a noble gas? Please respond. Which of this is a noble gas? You can check it. What is the noble gas valency? Noble gas valency only except helium. Except helium, all the elements is having what? 8 electrons in its valency cell. So now you can tell me 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So who will be having 8 valence electrons in its cells? Anybody? Last cell. Please respond. Who will be having 18? 18 is not there, correct here. You can see 18 element is not given. 18 element is not given, but A, B, C, D, E, F. So A, B, C, D, E, F, who will be having 8 electrons in its valency cell? By seeing itself, we can say that. Yes?
So nitrogen.
Nitrogen. Why you are using element names? That is what I am saying. When they are not talking about elements names, you are not supposed to talk about the elements names. Understand? That is the first point everybody keep on remembering in mind. Unless they mention the names of the elements, you are not supposed to. They are saying only letters you have to use. So now which of this is a noble gas they are saying? So which of this is noble gas? 2, 8. Understanding? So if you notice it, those who are having electrons, 8 electrons in its valency cell, we have to make it. Now you check it here. Who is having 8 electrons? I am saying in its valency cell. First one, if you notice it, A, it is what it is 2, 1, and E 2, 6.
10, sir.
2,
10.
8.
C.
Next 11. 11 what will come? 2, 8, 1. Next 14. 2, 8, what will come? 4. Yes or no? So fluorine. What will come? Oh, sorry, not fluorine. Sorry, I am also doing the same mistake. F 2, 8, 7. So now who is having 8 electrons in its valency cell? Check it, everybody. Who
C,
is
sir.
C? So C is the answer. Understand, everyone? Like that. That is what I am saying. Never use any symbols unless they are
Sir,
mentioned.
18 also 2, 8, 8 only, no, sir.
Given,
But they
they're
didn't.
not given element. Understand, Kevin? What they have given? They given the elements till 18 periodic table. Understanding? They are given atomic numbers till 3 to 18. But what the elements they mention only A, B, C, D, E, F only. Purima. So in that only how to choose. You are not supposed to go any other thing. Understand, Kevin?
Yes, sir.
Only the given elements are what? A, E, C, B, D, and F. That's all. Next, if B combines with E, what could be the formula of the compound formed? They're asking. So B, check it. Where is the B? B is the, we can say, B is the what, guys? 281. Is it a metal or non-metal? It's a metal. And where is the E? E is the what? E is the non-metal. Is it yes or no? 2, 6. It is the non-metal it is. So now if you notice it, what is the valency of E, guys? What is the valency of E? I can say E2 minus and B valency is B plus 1. Is it yes or no? At least open your mouth. You cannot, you don't know that also. So you can combine what is happening. B combines with that. So B is having 1 electron extra and E needs 2 electrons. So that if you'll combine these two, so that what is used to come, guys? B to E1, we can say that B to E. Is it yes? Everybody, will you accept this? Again, Tarani, why are you doing like this, Tarani? That is what I'm saying. You are not supposed to write sodium oxide. If you write sodium oxide, it is wrong answer. Understand what I'm saying? You are not supposed to use compound names unless they mention. Why you people are doing like this? That is what I'm saying you again. You have to use only symbols. Okay, what they are saying. So they are saying B and they are saying E. So in question paper itself, you can write the electronic configuration like this, and you can say B is 1 and E is 2, so that if you exchange, we used to get Bu2. That is what you have to remember. Next, third question. Read, try to understand the question and make it. Next, between A and B, whose atomic radius is more and why? They are asking. So check it, A and as well as B. So as we notice it, both are having valency is what? A valency is 2, 1 and B valency is 2, 8, 1. So now you can see they are going down. So going down in a groups, atomic number is increases or decreases? That is I want it. Please respond. Atomic radius increases or decreases if you are going down in groups? Groups here. So groups, if you are keep on going down, the atomic radius is keep on increases. Do you remember? Because the number of cells will keep on adding. So groups, if you'll see, they have a strong bond within the molecules. So if you'll notice it here, as we are moving from top to bottom in a group, the atomic radius keep on increases because of new cells is keep on adding. So that is what we have been studied. So if that is what, if we are taking in periods, the size is keep on decreases. Esra Karthikeyan, if you are going like this, the size is keep on decreases. If you are going like this, the size is keep on increases. So between A and B, whose atomic radius is more? The atomic radius of B is more, because if you keep on going down, the number of cells is keep on increases. Due to that, the bottom, if you are going in groups, top to bottom, if you are moving, the size of the atoms is keep on increases. That is why you can see the easily we can remove the electron and reactivity nature is keep on increases. Yes or no? But in metals only, because A and B are metals. That is the reason I am saying here. So that is what. How many of you understand this question? Sanjay, have you understand this question? Kavya? Yes? Okay, you people will never speak. What I will do. Next, where do the following function occurs? Production of egg. What is the name of this? Production of egg. So top to bottom in periods. Aishwarya, top to bottom we used to call as groups. Left to right we used to call as periods. Is it okay, Aishwarya? That is revise carefully. Production of an egg. What we used to call, guys? That is called as ovaries or ovary we can say. Next, fertilization. Where do the following function occurs? Fertilization. Anybody? Fertilization we used to call it as what? The fertilization will occur in fallopian tube, or we used to call it as, what is another name of fallopian tube? Anybody? Sutir? Kevin? Fallopian tubes also we used to call it as oviducts. Yes or no? So that is what. Next, what happens to the lining of uterus before release of a fertilized egg? What happens, guys? Before release of fertilized egg, if no fertilization occurs, means before release of fertilized egg, what is happening? The thickness of the lining become thick. Yes or no? So blood cells and all, as I drawn you two diagrams, I have explained you. So it will become thick, and you can see soft with lots of blood capillaries in it. Thick and soft with the blood capillaries. Because why? It needs to implant the fertilized egg. That is the reason. So before release of fertilized egg, it will become thick and soft with the blood capillaries. So that is why it can be hold the implantation of egg. So if no fertilization occurs, what is happening? It will die. The egg will die, so that the thick and soft uterine linings, they will start break down, and after 14 days of egg release, it will come out from the vagina. So that is what we used to call it as menstrual flow. Understanding our menstrual cycle. So you have to write a statement if no fertilization occurs. So how to write a statement? A thick and soft uterus lining break down and comes out of the vagina in form of menstrual cycle. So that is what it will write as a menstrual flow or menstrual cycle. Then only you will get 1 mark. So before releasing of fertilized egg, what will happen? A blood capillaries will start forming on the walls of the uterus and make it thick and soft to allow the implantation of egg. So or else to hold the egg on the walls of the uterus. That is what you have to write for the first question. So that is what. Next, a parasitic organism is responsible to cause damage to the liver of cattle and human being. So that organism can reproduce by opting both asexual and sexual method. So identify the organism and name the mode of asexual reproduction found in it. Anybody? As I told you, this one, very, very important one. So a parasitic organism who is responsible to cause damage to liver of cattle and as well as human being, both. So you might be notice it. I will give you the clue also. A single organism, Karthikeyan knows very well. If you cut it into three parts, three parts will start growing into individual organism. That is only this is. Anybody? Yes, please. Yeah. What is that? Yeah, planaria. Very good, Tarani. So, which will damage the liver of cattle and human beings, that organism which can be reproduced by either opting both sexual and asexual method. So, if you'll see, identify the organism and name the mode of asexual reproduction found in it. It is what? It is the planaria. Understanding? So now, what is the planaria is method? What is the method of reproduction it is following, guys? Anybody? Planaria. It is what it is following.
Regeneration, sir.
Yeah, regeneration. That is what it is happening. So regeneration we used to call it as. So remember, planaria also we can call it as liver flux. Okay. So that is the reason it will damage. So liver fluke we used to call it as. Another name of planaria is liver fluke. So which will be followed by regeneration. That is what it is. Next, can that asexual mode of reproduction considered as a true mode of reproduction? Justify your answer. Is it asexual reproduction is a true mode of reproduction? No, correct. So exact organisms not produced. Okay. So no, not yes only. Okay. Can the asexual mode of reproduction considered as a true mode of reproduction? Justify your answer. So if we'll see, usually we can say even no also, because organism need not have to be cut to reproduce, so they can reproduce by division also, so no need to be cut also. If you'll write that also, you will get the mark. Or else yes, if you'll write also, because through this process organism can multiply and they will form new individuals. So new individuals, if they will form, then it is called as offsprings only. So that this new offsprings are coming, then we can say a sexual mode of reproduction is considered as a true mode of reproduction only. So if you write yes, you have to give the proper reason. If you write no, then also you have to write the proper reason. For example, if you write no, organism need not have to cut to reproduce, because so no organism will cut itself, because we know that planaria, if you cut into three parts, it will be restart, regenerate or regrowth, but it is not needed. It won't cutting process is not needed to regrowth again, so that we cannot say it is a true mode of reproduction. So whatever you write, mark will be definitely given. That is what you have to remember. But reason you have to write, because they are asking justify the answer. So whenever you will get a justify, you have to explain the answer too. That is what you have to remember. Simply writing yes or no, you won't get the full mark. So we have to write either why it is happening and what it is happening. So that is what. So now, can the asexual mode of reproduction consider as true mode of reproduction? If you write yes, because why we are writing yes? Because it is producing new offsprings. New individuals are producing. The cells are dividing and producing new offsprings, and they are surviving as a new organism. So that we can say it is a true mode of reproduction only. That is what you have to remember. Okay. So now, this is next question regarding heredity. It is very important. You can see a study found that children with light colored eyes are likely to have parents with light colored eyes. On this basis, whether the light eyes color trait is a dominant or recessive. Why or why not? Anybody tell me? Yes, please. Tell me. You might be notice it. So is it a dominant or a recessive? But we cannot say correct, Tarani. So because it might be having, both are having or may not also. We cannot say. That is the reason. So they are asking, observe very carefully. A study found that children with light colored eyes are likely to have parents with light colored eyes. So on the basis whether the eye color trait is a dominant or recessive. So why or why not? So observe very carefully. If both are having the same trait, then you can see both will come at the same thing. For example, if you'll see like a tall plant, capital TT and small TT, if you'll notice it. So F1 generation, all will come what? Capital T, small t, capital T, small t, capital T, small t, and capital T, small t. So now in this, if we'll take, so this is what blue color traits. So for F1 generation, suppose if we'll take capital T and small t, capital T and small t. Now what will come? Capital T, capital T, capital T, small t, next capital T small t, and small t small t. So now small t only we used to call it as complete recessive trait. So as we know, recessive trait needs to form only on the presence of another trait. So that is, now if you'll see here, they're saying, so a study found that children with the light colored eyes are likely to have parents with the light colored eyes. On this basis, whether the light eye color trait is a dominant or recessive trait. Why or why not, we are asking. So if you notice it, so you can see we cannot say it because both the parents may having a light color eyes, or else maybe one parent is having light color eyes. They are not saying that anything clearly. So that is why, so we cannot say with a certain whether a light eye color is a dominant or recessive trait. Why? Because whether it is a dominant or recessive, because either both the parents are having or single parent is having, so which parent it is having, also nothing they mentioned clearly. So that is why, so as we know, both children and parents have light color eyes. So means in the sense of what, if you'll notice it, then the possibility is that light eye color is a recessive trait, because it's a both parent and as well as a possibility it is having. So that is what I'm saying, both are having a small t and small t, both are donating. So it will be having what, a recessive trait, because both BB only, if you take blue color and blue color, so if you'll notice it, it's not a capital B, I'm saying you. So small b, if you'll consider, so both are having the same thing. So that is why we can consider as a recessive trait. Because if they are mentioning some other thing, see, if you'll take a tall plant, so tall plant is having what, capital T, or else capital T, one small t, means one dominant and one recessive, one dominant and one recessive, one dominant and one recessive. So if it is varies, one is dominant trait, one is recessive trait, then only it is parents and the children. Parents is having separately, individually. This parent is having different character, this parent is having different character. So then all will get a similar kind of character, either from the one male parent or female parent. Then we can say all are a dominant trait. Because once again, I will explain you clearly. See, so if it is different parents, capital T, small t, as we know, this is tall plant and this is what, short plant or dwarf plant. So now if they will cross different characters, so we used to get 4 pairs, capital T, small t, capital T, small t, capital T and small t, capital T and small t. So now if you notice it here, so this parent is different and this parent is different, so that children are getting different kind of gene. So here always they are getting tall only all. So that is why we can say it is the what we can say, guys, it is the, what is this, dominant gene. So capital T is the dominant gene, small t is the recessive gene. But here what they are saying, parents is also having blue color eyes, and baby is also getting blue color eyes only. So if you notice it, both are having a same kind of gene. So same kind of gene means it is what it is. It is the recessive gene only. So that is what it is, because both parents is also having same gene and baby is also getting same gene. So it is not happening in the different dominant gene. If it is dominant gene, then only one parent is having blue eyes and another parent is having some other color. So for example, you can see male man, boy is having, suppose father is having blue eyes and mother is having black eyes. Okay, now if a baby will get a blue eyes, then a blue is the dominant one, because mother eyes is coming, so that blue is dominating the black, so that we can say blue is the dominant one. But here they are saying that they have parents also light color eyes only. So that is why parents and baby both is having light color eyes. So that both are, we can say what, since both children and the parents having light eyes, so that the possibility is that light eyes color is a recessive trait. That is what I am saying you. So hope you all understand. So we cannot put a statement, okay, we cannot say either it is a certainty whether it's a light color is a dominant or recessive, but in this color you can say, because why I am saying recessive is we cannot say either it is a dominant or recessive, because light color trait is recessive or dominant, we cannot say, because we don't know either the parents or both the parents is having blue eyes or only one parent is having blue eyes. That is why For this question alone, half question alone, I am saying this point alone, whether the light eye color trait is a dominant or recessive. So we cannot predict it. Either it may be a dominant or maybe a recessive. But in the given statement, if you'll see, both the parents and as well as children is having same light color eyes. So that is why we can say it is the recessive trait. Understand? So that is what you have to remember. So next question we know already we have been done. A boy of 15 years has attached earlobes and weight 65 kg. Which of this is an acquired character? Which is inherited? Give reasons for your choice. Which is acquired, guys? So earlobes is inherited character. Is it yes or no? Which is coming from the genes. And 65 kg, we can say it is the acquired because it is coming because of food habits and whatever we are doing. So if you'll see here, the attached earlobes, we can say inherited character because it is inherited from whom, guys? It is coming from parents. So that is the reason it is inherited. But if we take weight is what? It is acquired because of we are eating the food habits and all. So acquired character because of the food which we are consuming, or else the bad eating habits and the lack of exercise or healthcare, etc., etc. So over consumption of junk food and all will cause us this weight. So that is why it is acquired by action. So that is why it is called as acquired trait. So remember, whatever it is coming because of genes, then it is inherited, and because of lack of care, then it is called as, or else lack of habit, because of habits, then you can say is the, it is what, guys? It is the
acquired trait.
Because of habit or character, then it is called as, we can say, acquired trait. So that is what you have to remember. So daily behavior will decide acquired trait, and which is coming from the parents, it is called as inherited trait. Next, a normal pea plant bearing color flowers. This is what it is, very, very, very important, guys. So let me see who will say. So now if you notice it, a normal pea plant being colored flowers suddenly start producing white flowers. What could be the possible cause? Anybody? Yes. See, a normal pea plant bearing colored flowers suddenly start producing white flowers. So what could be the possible cause? Anybody can tell me? So we can say it is producing colored flowers. Means in the sense of colored flowers is a what? Dominant trait. Yes or no, guys? Please. It is the dominant trait. So that is why it is the dominant trait. So many generations it is used to produce the color flowers. So now suddenly it is start producing the white flowers in the sense of, so white flowers is a what? It is the recessive trait. Means in the sense of like F1 generation, all the flowers will form colored flowers. In F2 generation, then both the recessive traits are combining. So that is the reason suddenly it is start producing the white flowers. So what could be the possible cause? So we can say that the gene for colored trait is the dominant gene. So that is why it is prevented expression of the white gene, which is recessive for many generations. So after mutations or after crossbreeding of many generations, F1 generation, F2 generation, or next crossing, you can see, then what is happening, guys? The occurred in a gene for color leading to the formation of white flowers. That is what we can say. It is because of in continuous recessive generations, because of continuous mutations, both recessive genes will together. So that is why suddenly it is started producing white flowers. So we can say a normal pea plant bearing colored flowers suddenly starts producing white flowers because It may be colored flowers, maybe it is a dominant gene, and because of mutation, suddenly the white color flowers are coming, because white color flowers are the white color is the recessive gene. So that is a possible cause. So that after mutations of so many generations, so that white color flowers will produce. That is what 3:1 ratio. So here they are talking about only color, so that it is monohybrid or dihybrid, guys. It is the monohybrid. So as we know, F1 generation, all will come dominant only. In F2 generation, 3:1 will come. So three are dominant gene, and one is both are recessive gene. So that is what you have to remember. So this recessive gene only white color. That is what. Okay. Next, how do two factors for a character present in a diploid cells behaves at the time of gamete formation? Anybody? So you can use it. Some law we have to use. We have a 3 laws of that Mendel's 3 laws we have. One is what? Law of dominance. Next, law of segregation, and as well as what? Next, law of independent